Welcome, Singapore. Jungle behind me will sort of here, right? I'm at the university and I'm going to be vlogging and sharing my life on selling with you over the coming couple of months. My name's Fraser Morrison. I'm a sales coach and a sales consultant, and I thought, how can I share with the world my deep love for sales, our industry, and what we're about. So this vlog is going to be very much about me sitting down with you guys and sharing my life as a salesperson. I'm not going to be preaching to you. I'm not going to be telling you what's right, what's wrong. That's not the purpose of this. What I want to do is give you a very, very real perspective on sales. So I want to come to you, I want to show you what I'm doing, how I do it, and how I actually try, and I put there try, I practice what I preach. I want you guys to have a lot of fun with me. I want to come on the journey and let's see how it rolls. So why do I love sales? Why do I love my career? Why do I love my profession? Selling for me is a business that people have the wrong impression of salespeople. That's not true. I haven't met a lot of salespeople who are not actually ethical. I've heard a lot about salespeople who are not ethical, but I don't really know lots of them that are not. So usually I find that most salespeople want to do the right thing. They want to do it the right way with their clients, and they want to engage in an ethical and a well-structured process with their clients. So our philosophy and my philosophy is principle of ethical sales, of ethical engagements, of non-manipulative methodologies, of sitting down with people on a consistent and regular basis and helping them ultimately do what they do better. So what are we going to be doing here, right? How's this going to look? I'm going to break my world into parts. I'm going to look at lead generation. I'm going to look at how I do my first meetings, introductory meetings, how I engage through that. As much as possible, I would love to bring you in with my clients, but I'm not sure how that's going to pan out. Maybe it'll work well, maybe it won't. I'm going to take you on that journey of my admin, my back office. I'm going to look at the boring content of CRM and how do I do my metrics, how I track what I'm doing and what it's all about. Yeah, right. So, over the next 2 months, I'm going to go through a transition within my business. The world I'm in is going to change because in April, I'm going to move from Singapore to Scotland for 3 months. So I want to set up a model in Singapore that's working nicely and put people on our courses. That's the product that I'm going to be selling. It's not what I'm here to pitch you on. The product I'm going to be selling. So I want to be putting that out there. I want to be engaging with the world for the next 2 to 3 months, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Then we're going to transition into a world where I don't know how it's going to look, and that is when I go to Edinburgh in Scotland and live there for 3 months. So my daughter's there, going to live with her, navigate through 3 months when she finishes her school, and it's a big change for me, a big step. I don't know anybody in Edinburgh. I think I've got 30 connections on LinkedIn in Edinburgh, but most of those I pulled at Christmas. Originally I had 2 or 3. So I'm going to show you how I build my business up, or how I don't. Maybe it's going to fail. Maybe it's not going to work. We'll navigate through that. You can share the journey with me. I'll share it with you, and we roll, and feel free to ask me questions. So in selling, I suppose I'm not really trying to say to you there's a right or wrong way to do things here, right? So from a vlogging point of view, really I'm just going to share what I think is best practice. As a coach and an instructor, I'm always curious about what actually works and what people do. Are they lucky? Do they make those sales because they're extremely skilled and extremely talented, or is it hard work, or is there a process or a science or a methodology behind it? So that's what I want. So I thought, well, I'll share my way of doing it. At the end of the day, I've been a salesperson for 31 years. I've been a manager. I've been a CEO, a sales director, and now I'm a coach, consultant, and I build sales models. So in more detail, who am I? What's my history? My name's Fraser Morrison. I'm based in Singapore. I run a consultancy business. The consultancy business is a business that's based around building sales models for clients. I also run a boot camp. The process that I'm going to be selling and thing that really we want to go down is the boot camp world. I come from financial services. I spent 31 years in financial services and doing this job that I do, about 26 years in financial services as a whole. I worked as a sales consultant. I sold life insurance. I was in the investment world, and then I went from there into management, at the same time selling, and then I became CEO of the company that I worked for. I was based in Scotland for 10 years, and I've been based in Singapore for 21 or 22 years now, so it's a long time. I'm enjoying my life here. As you can see, it's a very pleasant environment. It's a nice world. It's a nice life, and Singapore is a fabulous place to live. So part of this journey, you'll be able to see how I navigate through Singapore and then cross over into Edinburgh and what it looks like from an Edinburgh perspective. Then you can help me make my mind up which country do I live in. So that's me. That's what I do. I'm married. I've got 3 children. My wife's Singaporean, so she's a lecturer at the National University of Singapore. My children are aged 15, 9 and 11. Yeah, so it's a very exciting time for us. We're going on a journey. Yeah, so I'm going to bring you with me, and we're going to see how it pans out. Hi. Fraser Morrison here. So this is my first contact with a vlog. I've decided and made a choice to do a series of vlogs about life as a salesperson. I'm based in Singapore. I'm a coach and an instructor. I build models for clients on selling, and what I wanted to do was originally have a vlog that talked about some of the methodologies and processes that I use. But I found that all a bit dry, I found that all a bit systematic, and I thought, why not actually share my life as a salesperson with you, where I do appointments, 4 or 5 appointments a week, over the next 4 or 5 months, share that on an ongoing basis, so that you actually see what I do, what I think best practice is. It doesn't mean that it is best practice, but it lets you understand what my world looks like, how I engage with the world. And if I was you, I'm always curious about what other people do. I'm curious about how the world works. I'm curious about how people sell and how they engage with the world. So I'm going to let you in to my world for real. I'm going to let you in from my lead gen perspective, what I do, how I do it. I'm going to let you in from the perspective of how I navigate through meetings with clients. I'm going to try and get you in there with clients when I do meetings. I'm not sure how that's going to work. We're going to have to see. I'm going to share Singapore with you. You're going to get to see Singapore. You're going to get to see life in Singapore a little bit more. And then I'm going to share my journey when I go back to Edinburgh, when I'm going to start off my business again in Edinburgh, and I'm going to spend 3 months in Edinburgh from a zero-sum game. No clients, no leads, no prospects. And we're going to see how that pans out, whether that works or doesn't work. So 1, you're going to see a mature sales environment, because I've been here for 21 years. And then 2, we're going to cross over into a zero-sum game. I'm looking forward to that, but it's going to be very, very challenging. When I came to Singapore, I had nothing. I think I had about $20,000 in the bank, and I came out here when I was about 30 years old, 29 years old. And I came to Singapore and I built a career in financial services. And the first 10 years, 12 years was really a struggle. I think I earned $20,000 a year for 12 years, and then slowly I managed to increase my revenue quite substantially. We don't really want to talk about my numbers, but I had a good life. I had a car, I had a driver, I had a PA at the end. I had a quant in the office doing portfolios, and I built that business up over a period of time. 4 years ago, I stepped into a consultancy role building models for clients. But part of that is, as a founder, I've got to sell. So about a year ago, I created a new product, which is a concept of boot camping for salespeople. And now I'm selling that as a business. So we've run our first 3 courses, and now we want to scale that up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you with me as I sell this product and I go out and navigate. This is not about bringing you on consultancy projects. It's about sitting down, talking to people about boot camp, going through the numbers, the metrics, the process, how I create that world and how I make it work. So this vlog is there to help you to answer questions. Instead of me sat here saying I know everything, which I don't, by the way, yet. I make a lot of mistakes. I get a lot of things wrong. I'm going to take you with it and share those things with you. So I'm going to let you see what it's like when it doesn't work, why it hasn't worked, that self-reflection, hopefully, that allows me to change, adapt, and create a different set of behaviors. So starting next week, we're going to run a series of vlogs. I reckon 7 to 15 minutes long each one. We're going to share with you what I see as best practice, but what's working and what's not working. What I'd love is your feedback. I'd love you to engage with me. I'd love you to ask questions. I'd love you to navigate through that journey. And if I can deliver the vlog content more effectively, please let me know how to do that. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all.